Kenny Mayne, welcome back. I know
Thank you.
it's always fun when you're here, and congratulations, the Keith Jackson Media
It was a
Excellence
lottery
Award.
this year. I just had the right number.
Yeah, that's how you won the award there.
Well,
so-
I've done everything at the show, so I figured they were just like, I thought they were calling me to host again or co-host or make a video or whatever I usually do. And instead, Beth Knox was like, no, somehow you are the winner of the Keith Jackson thing.
So, what does that mean to you, though?
It's
to
huge.
get that honor. Yeah.
I mean, and plus when you consider, like, I grew up really not wanting to do sports. I wanted to do serious stuff, news. I took political science and journalism and broadcasting. And I truly intended not to do sports originally. And it just sort of happened that they added a weekend show at my old station, KSTW, and I played football, so, oh yeah, you're doing sports. And there's Steve Rabel, legendary Seahawk.
I'll get him in here. To
Yeah,
do the
why
interview,
not?
too.
He likes to make fun of me. We've done shows together a
Yeah,
bunch, but
yeah.
no, it's really cool. Like I was starting to say, all the different influences, from Bob Blackburn and Pat O'Day and Bruce King and Tony Ventrella, Wayne Cody, Art Thiel and Steve Kelly and John Clayton. Like I had so many good people, and I'm leaving some out, that I kind of like learned from, like how to even do it. Jerry Kemp helped me at Channel 11. How do you make a story? Right. So I relied on a lot of good people who'd already done it. And then I kind of did it my own way, ultimately.
So after football, did you kind of get that itch, or when did you start to realize, I want to get into this kind of stuff?
No, I mean, I was always directed from my college at UNLV. I was always going to do something in media. I didn't know what it would be, but I was hoping for it to be more serious, journalism or documentaries. But once I got to Channel 11, got on the air, we used to have just five days a week. There was no weekend show. Yeah. And they added a weekend show, and they're like, well, you play football, you're doing sports. And I quickly found out that Seahawk games are more fun than Midway landfill methane gas stories.
Well, I was going to say, when I think of you, I think of irreverent and not serious. You have a way of looking at the lighter side of sports and everything like that, and you have kind of, you put out a new documentary, Wiffle Ball.
Yeah, that was
And now
fun.
you're a documentarian, huh?
Not just that. I even did 30 minutes of stand-up at Jimmy Kimmel's about 2 weeks ago in Las Vegas, and then we showed my movie. So the movie is about a day in 1989 where Ken Griffey and I threw wiffle balls, and I tell this, it's basically like a day in the life, what happened that day. And I've found different ways to present it. So at Kimmel's Place in Vegas early this month, I did like 30 minutes of telling childhood stories, and then it led to the 30-minute movie, and hopefully we get to do that again some other places.
Is there a unique pressure with doing stand-up? You performed, as a broadcaster in front of millions of people, but stand-up? What's that feeling like?
Well, I found out. It was my first one. It wasn't horrible. I gave myself like a B. I think I rushed some things, like ran through and didn't pause, and I got better my second time I did a small little show in New Orleans for our foundation. You can see my leg brace somewhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I wrecked my ankle playing football. And we have a foundation now. We give these to veterans who need them. It's called runfreely.org. And we just, next veteran's coming in next week. So it's kind of cool. We help one at a time. They go down to Gig Harbor and they get outfitted and they can start moving around no pain.
How did you come up with this idea? Was this kind of
I didn't come up with it.
How did you get involved so much of the
Well, I tried just about everything because my ankle got worse and worse and worse over time. And I met this guy named Ryan Blanc down at Gig Harbor. He makes these for veterans. I went in and bought one, and in an instant I was like, we got to do something good about this. So we started the foundation 6 years ago, and we've had great help. Mike Penix helped us, Joe Montana helped us, Dale Earnhardt. I mean, the list is long. In fact, the first event we had Jerry Rice, Steve Largent, Gary Payton, Jamal Crawford, and Lenny Wilkins. I thought we were going to have to rent out Key Arena. Instead, we were at Sammamish High School. God bless them, they let us in. But we started small, and we just keep raising $1 at a time, and I think we're getting close to like 60 veterans that we've helped.
That's great.
And every one of them has a unique story about why it's beneficial to them. Some get to go back to work, some stay in the military, others just get to walk on the beach with their kid. Like stuff most of us take for granted, right?
Okay, so can we get back to the Wiffle Ball documentary for a second? Have you updated the process? Have you asked Griffey to come do it again with you?
I'd love it if he'd like to be involved. He didn't want to be in the movie for whatever reason, but we got the old film of him as a 19-year-old. It's a great shot. He's left-handed, so the camera was there, and he does this. He looks back at the camera, then he throws. And we were at the Seattle Science Center, what's called Pacific Science Center. Mm-hmm. They had kind of a rinky-dink speed gun, not quite as official as modern technology. We just did it for fun. We were doing a feature story, and they happened to have it there. And I held that tape for all these years. It was in the garage. It was in the basement. It was somewhere. And I said, I'm going to make a silly little show about what happened that day. And hopefully people like it. It's on Fubo Sports right now. Okay. and hopefully I get a chance to make something similar down the road.
That's fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
Before I let you go here, the Sonics question that looms over everything that I think we always like to ask.
Yeah, maybe we announce
Yeah,
it tonight.
well, I was going to ask.
I
if
just
you
go
have
up
that
and
power,
say it.
like
Yeah.
the mayor. The
Well,
mayor announced it, and now maybe you have some sway.
I think
behind
it's
that?
obvious it's going to be Seattle and Vegas. I don't know what's holding them up. We have the gym now, right? They can't complain about our facility anymore.
Can you press Adam Silver a little bit on this?
I'm just disappointed it's taken this long. Like was it 2008?
Yeah.
Is, forever ago. And there's enough talent out there. Seattle's a great basketball town. Got an amazing facility. The Kraken play there, the Storm play there. So hopefully we'll have a Sonic team soon.
Yeah. Kenny, well, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.